Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. Today will be a special double feature as we showcase two wonderful action figures from the Masters of the Universe Origins line. Okay, so the one thing that both of these figures have in common is that they're kind of based off of the Masters of the Universe 2000X line. If you're old enough to remember, the Masters of the Universe 2000X line came out in the early 2000s. I want to say maybe 2002. And it was kind of like a reimagining of the Masters of the Universe. The toys were designed by the Four Horsemen art studio. I think it was kind of met with kind of like a mixed bag. Like for me, I was very enthusiastic about it. I enjoyed the line a lot. But the action figures were heavily influenced by like manga and anime, and it was a very unconventional, unique approach to the characters. Like there were familiar elements, but aesthetically they just looked. I think for some people it wasn't their cup of tea. Personally, I loved it. I thought it was great. When Mattel announced, some time back that they were doing the 2000X figures, I was kind of not skeptical, but I don't know. It was kind of a bittersweet kind of deal with me because I love the fact that they were revisiting the 2000X line, but at the same time, I kind of feel like the certain design aesthetics which made 2000X very special wasn't going to necessarily be reflected in the new figures. But nonetheless, these look great. They came out some time ago. It's just now that I picked them up. Partially because I was kind of hoping to find some of these in the wild when they first came out, but that was never the case. These came, right, so the Skeletor from the 2000X line came out back in 2022, which blows my mind. It's hard for me to believe that much time has passed. The Rise of the Snake Man He-Man figure here. This one came out, I think, also back in 2022. Some of the later waves of the origin stuff, they weren't as plentiful as some of the earlier ones. I don't recall ever seeing the Rise of the Snake Men anywhere near me, unfortunately. None of these figures I ever saw on the shelves. Likewise, even though this was part of the 40th anniversary, I think the only figure I ever saw was this pig head. Alright, so let's get started. So we have Skeletor from the 2000X line. I believe the body armor pieces are the same as the ones we've gotten before. It's just recolored to reflect the 2000X series. The head, I believe, is also a new sculpt. Just correct me down below if I have any of my information wrong. Like I said, this was to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Masters of the Universe. Over here, after 16 years, Skeletor broke down and sought revenge on those who imprisoned him. That's kind of a callback to the 2000X story. Other figures in the line include 2000X He-Man, Mantenna, Skeletor, and Pighead. Pighead's a cool figure. I like that one a lot. That was Rulers of the Sun. Oh, God, it's hard for me to believe that it's already 2024 and some of these figures came out back, almost 2 years ago. For some reason, everything just kind of blurs together. I never had the original Snake Armor He-Man from Rise of the Snake Men. This was one of the later, I want to say toward the tail end of 2000X, and a lot of these figures I never really saw on shelves back in the day. I just remember that with 2000X, a lot of the early figures saw a lot of repaints and retooling. But some of them were just kind of difficult to find. So wonderful illustration for Rise of the Snake Men. There's Ratlore, Cobra Khan, Boltman, and Snake Armor He-Man. So again, this came out in 2022. Now let's take these out. So today is March 19th, 2024. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this video. For me, I just sit on I always just film like a buttload of videos, and I kind of just like let them just sit around, and it's very random on when I decide to upload stuff. Sometimes it depends on if something's kind of topical or relevant. Both figures feature that little kind of diagram indicating which pieces are removable. I think that's one of the brilliant things about the Origins line is that they really encourage kids to use their imaginations and just like swap out pieces and create new characters. If you're a customizer or kit basher, this is great because you can create unique new characters. So this is really fun. I really enjoy this play feature a lot. We have 2 mini comics, which is a nice callback to the 80s. Those came with those little tiny mini books. We have The Horrors of Pighead, which came with Skeletor, and then we have this dude over here that came with He-Man. It's kind of odd that some of the mini comics come without captions and word bubbles, whereas it's almost like silent movies. And I want to say it's been a while, but I think some of the international releases for the original Origins figures featured the mini comics without the texts. Correct me down below if I'm wrong or if I'm getting my information confused. But it's cool. They're nice, fun bonuses. Alright, so the one thing I like about the Snake Armor He-Man is that his hair sculpt is kind of very reminiscent of the 2000X He-Man. It doesn't have that weird kind of like bowl cut that OG He-Man has. The armor looks really, really cool. This is one of those figures where I'm tempted to get another one just to use the armor as like custom fodder and maybe create a new, unique character. He also comes with the 2000X designed sword. I always kind of thought it was overkill, but, over the last 20 years, the design's kind of grown on me. And then he comes with the pincers, which you insert in his forearm. And we'll look at that in a little bit. Oh, crap. This is horrible. Alright, so I snapped Skeletor's elbow joint off when I was trying to remove him. Oh, that's painful. I got to yeah. I don't know. Normally I'd be freaking out, but I don't know. I guess I'll figure out a way to fix this, but yeah, not too happy about that. I don't think I pulled it out that hard either. Oh well, I guess. I'm not too worried. I'll figure it out. All right, so Skeletor comes with the 2000X designed sword. Also, I always thought this design was kind of neat. I mean, whereas the He-Man one was kind of a little bit overkill, I always kind of dug this one a lot. These kind of look like goat horns, and I just thought it was really, really wild looking. And of course, his staff. This is so painful for me. I can't stand this. Yeah, so my Skeletor, his arm is broken. I don't know. I think I'll just figure out what to do. I don't know. This is really killing me. It's an easy fix, I guess, but the fact that it's broken just bothers me. All right, so we'll set him down. The He-Man is really awesome. I love the armor. It's really cool. There's even a slot for the sword that goes in the back. And like I mentioned earlier, the pincers you could plug into his forearm right here. Just like that. So it looks pretty neat. The articulation is what you come to expect. It's nothing really new. But I do really, really like these new armor pieces. It looks great. I kind of wish I pulled the trigger on this figure 2 years ago when it first came out, but, better late than never. Skeletor, I think the armor is the same as before. It's just repainted, and it's like I said, I think it's a new head sculpt. Oh, my poor Skeletor's arm. This is really killing me. I got to figure out what to do with this. All right, so yeah, I'm like heartbroken, but I am stoked. These are cool new figures. If I find one cheap enough, I'll probably pull the trigger and get another one, and then I'll just use this one to make a custom. But I'm not that disappointed because the Skeletor isn't too drastically different from the ones we've gotten before. If anything, I might have a spare one where I could do a head swap. Yeah, I know you can hear my voice. I'm like dying on the inside right now. Alright, so let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.